Okay, so this is a screen recording demonstrating site reviews. So this is a demo website that I created for the purpose of this video. It's a property website, and this is the page with all the different rooms of the property. And when you click a room, you can see the features, the location, and this is where the reviews are going to go. So what we want to do here is we want to have right here, we want a rating, an average rating of all of the rooms of the property. And then on the rooms page, we're going to have a rating underneath the title or to the right. And that's going to be the average rating of all of the reviews submitted on each room. And then in the reviews page, we're going to have the average rating of the room with a brief summary. And here we're going to have a review form on the right and the reviews on the left. So first, I'm going to activate site reviews. It's already installed. So site reviews comes with a getting started page. It explains briefly the basic features of site reviews, how to use it on your page. The screen recordings that you've seen are here. These are all going to be replaced at some point with proper tutorials. And if you go into the site reviews menu, this little help button here on each page goes to that about page. This is the page that shows all of your reviews that have been submitted. You can create categories to categorize the reviews. There's quite an extensive settings for the plugin. I'll go over that later, as well as some brief tools for common tasks, like if you want to export your reviews to import somewhere else, or export your settings to import them into another website. You can import reviews from a CSV file. So for example, if you're migrating your website from another system, you can export your reviews and then import them directly into site reviews. Same here, you can import your settings that you exported previously. Whenever a new major version of the plugin is released, sometimes migration is required. Migration basically updates the database settings so that they work with the latest version. And if people have older websites with older databases, this optimizes it. This are some repair tools when things go wrong, which they sometimes do, because each website is different. And when it comes to WordPress, there's thousands of plugins and different themes, and sometimes some plugins can cause problems. So these tools just fix all those problems. This allows you to roll back site reviews to a previous version if you're having trouble with the latest, and etc. And this is all for support. And then the help and support page has a bunch of documentation and information to help people figure out problems they're having. Bunches of frequently asked questions. This is documentation for all the shortcodes with examples. And this is more for developers. Allows them to extend site reviews. This is only really basic set of hooks. There's over 200 hooks actually, but they're mostly undocumented. And these are all helper functions also for developers, and the API, which allows people to access their reviews from another website. And then the add-ons page, this shows you the different add-ons that people can purchase and use to extend the features of site reviews. So that's a brief overview of all of the pages on the admin side. So now we're going to add site reviews to our website. I have created basic templates. So we're going to start first with the room template. So what templates do is you can apply a template to a page, and then every single page that has that template will have the design that you've specified. So this was the design I made for the rooms. So here I am going to add the reviews. So in the block editor at the bottom, there's a site review section. So we want the latest reviews on this side, and we want the review form on this side. And then up here, we want the summary. Okay, so each of these blocks that Site Reviews provides has multiple options. So for example, here, we don't want the percentage bars, and yeah, everything else is fine. But what we want to do here is, actually, I'll go over that later. Let's just do the basic stuff and we'll see how it works. Here, let's add pagination. Let's actually do all that stuff later. Okay. This is fine. I'm going to hide the email. Okay, now let's save this. Now if we go back to our website, there's still nothing on the rooms, but if you go into the room, we'll see now we have the summary here. We have our reviews on the left and our form on the right. So let's just submit a test review. Sally Banks. Okay, so as you can see, nothing happened on the page. It says the review was submitted. This button is a bit of a bug on this development version. It's not normally like that. There's no reviews yet on the page, and this hasn't changed. And that's because I have to change a few settings. But if we refresh the page, we'll see here, now we have 5 out of 5 stars based on one review, and there's our review. And if we click show more, there's our review. So let's pretty this up. Actually, first, let's make it so that when we submit a review, it automatically shows on the page. So to do that, we're going to add an ID to this, and then here, we're going to save that there. Now let's try submitting another review. Let's do 2 stars. Dorothy Trent. And there we go, automatically insert the review. This, however, doesn't refresh unless you refresh the page. It's not a big deal when you have lots of reviews because it's not going to make any difference, much difference to the review average when there's a lot of reviews on the page. So now we can see 3.5 out of 5 stars based on 2 reviews. Okay, so now the problem here is if we go to another page, we'll see that it has the same. Armchair also has 2 reviews. Kitchen chair has 2 reviews, and that's because the reviews have not been assigned to any page. They're unassigned, which means every single page will show every single review. And we don't want that. So let's change that. First thing is, since these reviews are already submitted, we're going to edit them. And these were assigned to the couch, so let's search for couch. There we go. So now these reviews have been assigned to the room. So now if we go back to the kitchen chair, refresh, oh, it's still there, and that's because we need to edit this template again. And what we're going to do is we're going to limit reviews to have been assigned to the current page. And the same thing here, we're going to assign new reviews to the current page. And up here, we are going to limit reviews to the current page. Now, if we go back to kitchen chair, you'll see that there's no reviews yet. But if we go to our couch page, we'll see that there we have the reviews that we submitted on this page. So let's test this. Let's submit a 3-star review. Jack Rook. Okay. So here we have one review on the armchair, and it's called The Luck of the Friarish. If we go back to our couch page, we'll see that that review is not there. Only the reviews that have been assigned to this page are there. Okay, so next thing we want to do, oh yeah, and if you go to the All Reviews page and refresh it, you'll see The Luck of the Friarish is assigned to the armchair, and those are assigned to the couch. Okay, so the next we want to do is we want to edit this page, and we want to put the rating, the average rating, on this rooms page. Okay, let's add a block underneath, and we want it to be the summary. And this time we're going to hide the summary, percentage bars, and the rating. And let's see what that looks like. There we go. But again, we have the same problem because we haven't set the assignment option. So we'll go back to this and we will limit to the current page. And the reason why it shows all empty here is because this is a template. The current page is not actually assigned until you view it live. So there we go. Now on each page we can see the rating. We want to maybe let's make this a little smaller. See what that looks like. There we go. And we can even change it if we want to. Let's see what that is like. Okay, well, I think it was better before. Okay, and last, we want to have a little rating here, and we want this to be the rating average of all reviews submitted on the entire website because this is a property website. It's only one property, it's cottage. The rooms each have their own ratings, but we want the average rating for all of the rooms, and that will give us the rating of the property. So let's edit this page. And okay, we're gonna group this. Let's add the rating summary, and we are going to hide the percentage bars. Yeah, that's fine. Post title, let's remove the margin. And let's increase the spacing a little bit. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Okay, so if we go back to the rooms page, okay, so this one has 2 reviews. So the home page should show 3 reviews. Yes, and the reason why it's showing for all the websites is because I did not apply the assigned option on this. So it automatically gets all the reviews. It doesn't filter them by only the reviews assigned to the page. Okay, so now we've got the basic functionality. Let's add a few more. And maybe one more. Okay, so maybe having so many reviews on the left side is going to destroy our layout a little bit. So let's change it. Let's say we only want to display 3 reviews, and then we want people to be able to go to page 1, page 2. So let's do that. Let's close these. Go back to our room template. So here we are going to enable pagination, and we're going to only display 2 reviews, but instead of a load more button, let's do the pages. And let's see what that looks like. There we go. We click the next page and the previous page. And let's make this a little smaller text. Is that smaller? I have no idea. That looks fine. Okay, so now we are going to change a few settings of site reviews itself. Okay, so there's a few moderation controls. The first one is to require approval. If you click yes, then every single review that is 5 stars or less will, when they are submitted, they will be unapproved and will not appear on the website until they have been approved. You can change this so that only low star reviews require approval, but high star reviews are automatically published. It's really up to you. So let's do that. We can also require login so that only people who are logged into the website can submit a review. We can choose whether to show a link for them to register on the website or not. We can put a custom login page if it's like a member's website and they have custom pages. Some websites are multilingual, and these are 2 of the main multilingual plugins that allow you to add multiple languages to a website. So Site Review integrates with those as well. You can also enable notifications so that when new reviews are submitted, the administrator gets notification and they can click on the review link to approve or unapprove it. You can also send it directly to the author of the page if a website has multiple authors. Then you can have the email only the notification for the review only sent to the author of the page that the review is assigned to. You can also send it to custom emails, or you can send it to Slack if you use Slack. And then on the reviews page, so here we have the absolute date, so November 9th, 2022. We can change that to a relative date. So it will say like 1 day ago, 2 days ago. We can also change the name. So right now, you can see it shows the full name. And maybe you don't want to do that, so you can change it so it converts the last name to an initial. Initial with a space is fine. Okay, let's see what all those changes did. So firstly, we have our relative dates. And we have just the first name, or if there's two names, then the last name is initial. Oh yeah, now let's submit a 1-star review and see what that looks like. Okay, see, it's pending approval. If we go back to the admin side, click on all reviews, there is one review that is unapproved, and we can approve it right there. Now, if we refresh the page, there's our new review. Site reviews also lets you display what page the review is assigned to, and that can be useful if you have a single reviews page on your website that you are displaying all your reviews on, and let's say you sell products and each product has reviews assigned to them, but then you want to show all of your reviews on a reviews page. In that case, it's useful to show what product the review is assigned to. So when you enable that option, you have a link in the review, and that will go directly to, you can click on it, it will go directly to that page. I'm going to disable that for now though, because we don't need that. We can display avatars, and I'm going to click yes. And those are our avatars. So Site Reviews integrates with the WordPress avatar system, and the way that works is there's a service called Gravatar, and people can register for a Gravatar, add their email, and upload their avatar. So on the form, I hid the email field, but if you enable the email field and people type in their email, then Site Reviews will check Gravatar to see if they have an existing avatar. If it does, it will show it. If it doesn't, it will use the fallback avatar. And here, Site Reviews generates avatars based on the reviewer's name. So you can also change it to any of these other types of avatars. Most of them come with WordPress. And pixel avatar is also unique to Site Reviews, just like the initials. And it creates avatar pixelized face. But I'm going to switch it back to the initials because I think that's a nice one. So the excerpt, we can either display it in a pop-up, or we can expand or collapse the review. So here we're expanding and collapsing, and the way it was before was in a pop-up. You can change the excerpt length. So if 55 words is too long, you can make it shorter. Those are the basic reviews for the reviews tab. This is review assignment is because Site Reviews allows you to assign reviews not just to pages and not just to one page. You can assign it to as many pages as you want to. You can also assign reviews to categories or to users themselves. So when you have strict assignment, it means that when you are only displaying reviews that are assigned to a specific page and a specific category, strict assignment will only display reviews that are assigned to both of those. If you change it to loose assignment, then it will display reviews that are assigned to either the page or the category. On the forms, we can select the fields that are required. We can make limits on reviews so people can only submit one review every 7 days based on their email address that they provide or their IP address, or if they're registered by their username. And you can also do it so it's only 1 day. That is abuse, protection against abuse. Site Reviews also integrates with CAPTCHA solutions like Cloudflare Turnstile, Friendly CAPTCHA, HCAPTCHA, reCAPTCHA. So there's a lot of different anti-spam options Akismet is a popular spam plugin, anti-spam plugin that's provided by WordPress. You can also prevent duplicates by enabling this option, and then if someone tries to submit a review that has the same content and the same title, it will not allow it to be submitted. You can also blacklist reviews, submissions based on specific keywords in the review or based on IP address. So you can see here. And then if site reviews captures, if it detects a review that has a keyword or an IP address that's in the blacklist, you can choose to either reject it completely or have it unapproved so that you have to approve it before it's published. So those are all of the anti-spam options. The schema is metadata that search engines use to provide rich results in the search results. For example, you've probably noticed sometimes when you search for something, you'll see in one of the search results in Google, there's like a rating underneath it or a price, like a price range under it. So the schema settings are what allows Google to see the rating. And if it meets all of the criteria, then when you search for something on this website and it has a rating, it will show it in the search results. And the strings page allows you to change any text of the plugin to customize it to your own. For example, here we have submit your review. Let's say we want to change that to something else. Just search for submit. And then we can change that to do it. There we go, do it. And if the fields are not filled in, it won't let you submit the review, and that is based on the required field setting here. If we decide we don't really care about any of these fields, but we do want them to accept the terms and conditions, and we do want them to submit an actual rating, then we can unrequire all the other fields. And now if we go back here, refresh the page, and click do it, you'll see that only these two are required, the rest are not. Okay, so that really is the basics of site reviews. As you can see, it's really simple to add to your website. It doesn't take much to do it.